Hi everyone, I'm JD from Willow Journals. Welcome back to my channel. I am super excited. I got this beautiful birthday mail and look at how beautifully it is packaged, you guys. It came from Janine, who is over in Hawaii, so it's come a long way. We've got a beautiful sticker there, and I'll definitely use that in my daily journal. We've got this lovely little crystal here with a beautiful colour, sort of a teal minty colour, that is sitting on my windowsill next to my other pretty crystals. And look at the doily. I love doilies. All of a sudden, this year in particular, I have just fallen in love with doilies. I mean, they've always been one of my favourite supplies, but yeah, I really, really love them now, and I love using them in journals. She's written me this beautiful birthday message on the doily. And yeah, I was opening any birthday mail that came in during the party live, the 8-hour live, but yeah, some of the mail came a bit later and some of it is still yet to arrive. Coming from overseas, it can take a month, longer than a month. So yeah, but since I was going to open it live on the live show, instead I'm just going to open it here on my channel like this. So it's just so beautifully wrapped. My goodness, this wrapping paper, never seen anything like it. If I found wrapping paper like this, I would snap it up in an instant. It looks like vintage wallpaper, you guys. How pretty is it? So I made sure to salvage as much as I could of that. I didn't want to rip it, and I've been using that in all sorts of different projects. A little piece here, a little piece there. And I love her little handwritten notes. I think that's just so special. And let's go through this together, you guys, and hope you're just as excited as I am. We've got a pattern here, which is another one of my favourite supplies to use in journals. Whenever I go to the op shops, I look for these sewing patterns. We've got the tissue paper here, and if you watch my channel for the last little while, you've known that I'm really into using tissue paper at the moment to decorate my journal covers and to decorate journal cards and tags and things. So there's quite a lot there. I'm like, wow, I have almost depleted my tissue paper stash. So Janine has replenished my stash. Thank you so much, Janine. And also these pattern papers, they're so good to use in journals. I love especially using them in vintage journals. Look at these doilies, aren't they beautiful? I love doilies so much. Envelopes, doilies, bags, those are three of my absolute favorite supplies to use in journals, besides pages. Pages are my most favorite. So but this happy mail or birthday mail is wonderful, because there's doilies, there's envelopes. Look at these gold doilies in here. Oh my goodness, love these doilies so much as well. I feel like I need to save those for when I do some journal pages. And then Janine, thank you so much. She sent me so many lovely blank pages, and I have been so inspired by them that I've used all of them already to make myself 4 journals. I already had the covers made, and I already knew that I wanted to keep them for me. And I know that last year and this year I was saying that I wouldn't buy a journal, I wouldn't accept any journals, and I wouldn't make myself any journals until I used my other ones. But you know what? When you have such a pretty cover, I just want to keep it for myself sometimes. And look at these doilies. Oh my gosh, I love these doilies so much. 3 different sizes, 3 different designs and color tones. Beautiful. And also, I don't have many single signature journals in my collection. I've got multi signature journals, but I really just want to fill up some smaller journals sometimes, just quickly fill up a journal. So I made myself like 4 single signature journals, and I've got the covers. I just needed papers to fill them up, because I don't have any papers aside from colored papers and like the smaller note papers. I don't have any of these really cool other large full-size pages. So as soon as I got this package from Janine, I was like, oh my gosh, I can use these to make my journals now. And in fact, I have like 30 covers just sitting on a shelf and sitting in a basket waiting to be filled, and I just got to wait for pages. So mainly I've got coffee dye papers. I've run out of coffee dye papers again, but yeah, it hurts my back coffee dyeing them, and it's just a huge process just to, like, I live in a house that we're on the second story. It's a house on stilts type of thing, a Queenslander house. And so it's like takes me 3 trips just to get all the things, all the supplies, to take them downstairs and maneuver them out of the door and onto the grass outside. The other thing is it's so windy in Bowen. It's known as Blowen Bowen because it's so windy, and chasing all the paper around the yard isn't fun, and my back hurts, and just the whole process. So it's like, Anyway, I'll get onto it eventually because I have to. No journals will get made until I do that. But no, I absolutely love paper. So thankful, Janine, that I could finish those journals. And paper, my absolute favourite supply, just A4 size paper. I love blank paper. That's my absolute favourite. But still interesting. So ledger, grid, graph. She sent, I'll get to it. I've got to talk about all this other stuff first. I'm getting distracted by paper. And she sent me some lovely postcards and cards because I love ballet. I like the Hawaii ones too because it's like a piece of her. So I can put those in my journal to represent her as well. I like these little teal sticky notes. How cute are they? Envelopes, useful envelopes. And that calendar, so that's handy because I do my planning and organisation. I do it all through a calendar. I've done that for like the last 10, maybe more years actually. I used to, when I was at school and uni, we were given planners, and that's what I used for keeping track of homework and things. But now that, ever since I left uni, I tried using a planner, but I just didn't fill it up. So I've used a calendar system for years and years and years now. So I always get myself a calendar every year, but I won't have to next year because Janine has sent me one. So thank you so much, Janine. I will use your calendar for next year. But yeah, typewriter paper. We've got this textured paper. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. Thank you, Janine. I love paper so much. So she sent multiples of each type of paper, and I just loved using all of these papers in these personal journals that I made. I think there are a few left over that I did use for some other journals for my shop, but they are exactly the same as my journal. Well, not exactly the same, but I made doubles of some of my covers, one for me, one for my shop, and so I wanted to put some of the similar pages. And oh my gosh, it's my absolute favourite, the ledger paper. So okay, blank papers, blank A4 papers are my favourite type of papers, and my favourite type of junk journal supply, but within that, the ledger paper is my absolute favourite type of paper. So Janine, oh my gosh, thank you so much. So happy to have all of those blank pages to use. And now, yeah, I have a collection of 4 single signature journals that I will share a flip through of on my channel for you guys. Maybe I'll do it all in one video, or I kind of like separating them because I get exhausted if I film for too long. And even when I do these voiceovers, my voice, I get exhausted from these doing voiceovers. I need a break. But yeah, anyway, so look at these beautiful papers. Love them so much. Thank you, Janine, for sending this gorgeous, beautiful birthday mail. They've been put to good use. I love the music paper too. I used some of that in my journals as well. Really, really cool. Lots of things that are me here. I love the blue envelopes. I use those blue envelopes as pages in journals as well. So most of all these pages are gone. I've already used them. So thank you so much. I love that vintage wrapping paper too. That is wonderful. I use those as pages as well. And yeah, I will come back later on my channel sharing some journal with me videos. Over on my Patreon, I share some journal with me videos as well using these items. Over on my Patreon as well, I share how I made one of my journals using these papers. So I hope you enjoyed this package opening, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Big thank you to my beautiful patrons who supported me in September. I could not do this without you, so thank you so much for allowing me to create and share videos for yet another month. If you'd like to become a patron in October, the link will be below in the description box. That's where you get access to behind the scenes looks, sneak peeks, first access to my journals. At the Ruby level, you get all printables from my Etsy shop. Emerald level, you get extra printables, and then there are some mail tiers as well. I'm also running my courses, my journaling courses again in October, so feel free to sign up for any of those. Just send me an email and check all the links in the description box below for ways to contact me and be part of the world of Willow Bound Journals.